Warning: this video shows the hunting of wild game and is graphic. If hunting, specifically bow hunting, is offensive to you in any way, please do not watch it. Great time, preparation, and care was taken by both the hunter and the outfitter to ensure as ethical of a harvest as humanly possible. So I guess really the only way to start this is to give you the background of the story. You see, Texas is 98% owned privately. The rest of us, you have to either lease that land or go to privately owned ranches and hunt on those ranches. The problem in Texas is if you have a good lease that pops up, not only is it sometimes tens of thousands of dollars to rent that land for 1 year, but it's also gonna go very, very quickly. And that's the problem that I've ran into for the last 20 years. Normally I just get to go hunt every now and again. And it's generally about one hunt a year. So 20 years ago I started the journey trying to kill a whitetail buck. And even though I was a young hunter, I was still a conservationist, you'd say. I wanted to shoot, I say a mature deer. I definitely wanted to shoot a deer that was a good specimen of the whitetail species. I didn't want to shoot a spike, I didn't want to shoot a super young deer. So I passed on a lot of deers over those years. So it's not that I wasn't seeing deer. It's not that I wasn't successful or wasn't a good hunter. I made some great spot and stalks. We stalked right up on some deer. We just couldn't make it happen. Technical issues with my gun one time. I had a 185-inch whitetail at 50 yards and the firing pin on my rifle broke. And it's just like, when that's your one hunt a year, it just absolutely tears you up, man. Because you're like, God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Decided, all right, I've waited 20 years, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it with a bow, because that's really what I truly love to do. I'm seeing less animals, obviously, but the encounters that I have are so much more intimate with the animals and the outdoors. I hunt because I want to be brought back to the way my ancestors were. The direct hand-to-mouth existence, not to mention that these are wild animals. It is the healthiest food that you can get for your family, and it is rewarding. I know there's people out there that don't want to do it. That's you, that's not me. I really enjoy this. And here we are, December 2016. I'm heading back out to Reeves Ranch and I'm gonna hunt with Ray and I'm gonna get something this year. It'll be my first bow kill and my first whitetail buck if we can make it happen. So the first place I headed was Alvarado Archery. They are right here by my hometown and they have hooked me up. They've pretty much helped me through this entire bow hunting journey. The last 4 or 5 years, they have hooked me up with all types of awesome equipment and got me my current setup. So, in case you guys want to know what the current setup is, I'm sure. This is a Matthews no cam. You notice it has 2 wheels as opposed to a normal cam. Got it set up with the Easton Axis arrows. Got some pretty cool fletchings here that Randy and Steve hooked me up with. Nocturnal lighted nocks. We're shooting Schwacker broadheads. This is the Hogfather by Spot Hog. It's a single pin sight, allows you to dial to whatever yardage you're at. I'm comfortable out to about 60 yards on a target. Wouldn't shoot anything past about 45 on an animal. That's just me and my morals. Got the Matthews drop away arrow rest and the Bee Stinger stabilizers. 12-inch stabilizer up front, and then you also have this back sidebar here, which just helps you stabilize a little bit more. It is designed to kind of bridge the gap in between the standard hunting stabilizers and the target stabilizers, which give you a lot more stabilization in still a very compact package. Jumping a blind, you have no problem with this setup. It's really awesome. I really like the Scott Exus thumb release as well. It allows me to have a little bit extra draw length on my bow because I'm not losing 2 to 3 inches here. For a standard hunting release that you would be familiar with, you know, you have a little 2-inch extension there. I'm able to get a little bit extra draw length, which in this Matthews no cam is definitely beneficial because they are known for being a little bit slower. It's not a 350 feet per second bow, but you'll see it does the job. Now, this ranch is absolutely beautiful. Ray hand built this thing by himself. The lodging is incredible. I feel at home every single time I'm there. You're gonna be famous, Douglas. It's gonna be day one, evening one, in the blind, about 25 yards from the feeder. It's cold. The deer have been moving all day, so I'm all the way up here. So we're really excited. Me and my boy Douglas over here. Look. Douglas. That's the best guide in North Texas right there. You watch. We're gonna kill something tonight. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of jumps back into that story, man. It's been 20 years, and I'm trying to shoot something not just for me, but for you guys. I'm trying to put something on camera. So basically, I've combined Reeves Ranch. We're hunting food and water. It's right there together. Man, I'm doing everything that I can to make this happen. And it didn't take long at all before we started seeing some activity. We had some axis and some whitetail start coming in. They were just a little nervous. I don't know that they, I'm really not sure if they wanted to come in or not. And it was a great hunt, but just couldn't make it happen that first night. So after the first night, Douglas, he had to head back into town. He had some prior obligations. We wish I could have given him his gifts in person, but we definitely hooked him and Ray up with some awesome gifts from a couple of our sponsors. And I just really appreciate everything that they do. Thank you, Douglas. Really do appreciate everything you've done with me over the last couple of years, and look forward to hunting with you again, buddy. Cool. Really do appreciate you guys letting us come out, and it's always a blast. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, brother.
Now, the one thing that I completely forgot to film, and it's because I'm fat, is the meals that Ray makes for you. Man, this guy can cook, and does he cook? Oh my goodness. Man, we had some great steak and awesomeness. Oh my goodness, I wish I would have taken some pictures of it, but I'll be honest with you, man, I just ate it up. I did. And fast forward to the next morning, man, we're back in the blind, buddy. So we're out here day 2, morning 2, and we're out after that whitetail buck we saw last night. He came in late last night. I wasn't shooting light. We couldn't make it happen. I'm with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Reeves here, owner of the ranch. We're gonna let the hair out of something today. I don't know, man. This is, it's gonna be absolutely awesome. Got some axis, some fallow deer coming in, some real tasty meat, and we'll see if we can't get one of those. I'm gonna come back in the spring and shoot a buck, either axis or a fallow buck, whatever we get today. So we're gonna just do the best we can, try to make a good shot, and see if we can't put something down, get some meat in the refrigerator. Man, we're hungry. It wasn't 5 minutes after shooting our video intro there that they started coming in, man. We had some rams come in, and some axis, a couple fallows, I think. Ray did what he had to do. He got me on the deer, now it was my turn. No, I am not about to shoot Bambi. This is an axis deer. They have spots their whole life. Calm down. She's down right in her tracks. Everybody out there that thinks bow hunting is not as ethical as rifle hunting, look at that. Done. Absolutely awesome. We're gonna give her a second, we'll go out there and check it out. Man, she dropped. It was quick. I couldn't believe it. That was my first ever bow kill. And it happened just like that. No tracking necessary. She fell right under the feeder. We're just gonna let everything rest a while. We didn't wanna scare anything else out of the area. We didn't wanna go out too early. There was still a lot of activity. So we were gonna just wait it out. It was maybe a minute, minute and a half. And all of a sudden we look over and there he is. Now, of course, like every hunting video on TV, Ray has got a perfect shot at this guy with the video camera. And he's like, "Man, take the shot, you know, can he take it?" And I can't. I had trees in my way. I could see the deer, I knew he was there, and I knew that was the deer that I wanted to be my first buck. I didn't think he was gonna come out. She was laying there under the feeder. He's obviously a little older than the other deers that were there. He's gotten that way because he was smart. I just didn't think that he was gonna make his way out, but I darn sure was gonna wait for him. And then I had another dilemma. We were focused on this buck, but there was a young fallow deer that walked in. And now I've got a very narrow window. Now I've got to be able to have this deer take a couple steps forward so that I can see around this tree to be able to shoot my bow. But if he takes too many steps forward, now he's being blocked by this fallow deer. I'm not going to be able to take my shot again. Oh my goodness, it was so stressful. He's got to clear the tree. And when I let that arrow go, I have never been more sure of a shot in my life. Everything felt perfect. Bow hunters, y'all are the only ones that are gonna know what I'm talking about there. When you loose that arrow that's just right, you know you did every single thing right. Oh, it feels good, and that's what happened. I knew I'd finally accomplished my goal, 20-year goal, and I knew I did it. There's our arrow. Beautiful. Nice red arrow. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful animal. Oh, it's nice and mature. This axis deer. This is now an axis deer, okay? So this is not a baby whitetail. The spots and stuff are not indicative of a young deer. This is actually a mature axis doe, and she is probably the best tasting animal on this ranch. She will be absolutely fully used. We'll get some nice, awesome back straps and some tenderloins. We use this awesome fur. It's gonna be beautiful. As far as tracking goes, couldn't have been an easier track. I mean, he was pouring out of both sides. Bright red blood. We double lunged him. It was just a matter of time till we found him. Sure enough, just like I said, man, it's about 75 yards away. Found him laid up under a tree.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Alright. Oh man, first buck ever. Beautiful little guy. Oh yeah.
A broke off point here.
Woo! Now as you can see, I wasn't much for words. It was a dream come true. It was just epic. I really hope that you guys enjoyed me sharing that hunt with you. It was the most important hunt I could have imagined for myself. So that brings us today, 8 months later, show you guys just how to cook this stuff up. I know that whitetail deer is kind of hard. A lot of people say that it tastes bad. It doesn't. It's easy. I think it's because people get way too complicated on when they try to cook it. There's way easy ways to make sure that your whitetail is going to taste good. First way, take care of your meat. Get it field dressed as soon as possible, get it cleaned out and deboned as soon as possible, and keep it cold all the time. 2, whenever you have your meat, make sure you get rid of all the silver skin and the fat. That is where any type of gamey flavor that would be lingering will be in whitetail. And 3, keep it very simple. So here in this pot, we have some beautiful whitetail, and all I've done is put a little bit of steak seasoning, whatever your choice of steak seasoning is, and some Worcester sauce in there. Keep it simple. Now I like to marinate mine for about 15 minutes and throw it on. I still like the flavor of deer. Not gamey flavor, obviously, but Deer does have a good flavor, especially axis deer. It's phenomenal. Don't ruin your axis. Treat it like you would a normal steak, and I promise you're gonna enjoy that. But as for this whitetail, throw some Worcester in there for a marinade. Throw a little bit of your favorite steak seasoning, and I know you'll like it. If you're scared, don't worry about it. Leave it a little longer. 30 minutes, you can go an hour. The longer you go, the more that Worcester's gonna take over, and you're gonna lose the flavor of that deer. But if that's what you want, hey, I'm trying to get you guys to eat some good deer meat and get out there in the field. So then, all you're gonna do is make sure that you keep this deer meat moist. And the way that you do that is our friend bacon. You're gonna take this deer, which basically has no fat in it, and wrap it in a fatty piece of bacon before you put it on the grill. Ka-chow! There it is. Nice little bit of deer meat, part of the fillet right here. And all I'm gonna do is take it and put it on a super hot grill. Nice sizzle. I'm gonna get the rest of these on there, guys, and we'll be back in a minute. When you cook them, make sure you cook it on a hot grill and just till the bacon's done on the outside. Do not overcook this deer. All you people that are scared of anything that's not well done, oh, you're gonna ruin it. You're gonna ruin it, I'm telling you. Cook it until your bacon's done. Be a nice medium rare inside, and I promise you it will taste absolutely phenomenal. Alright, man. This one guy over here, he's on a little bit hotter part of the grill. We're gonna go ahead and pull him off. Look at that. B-E-A-U-T full. Oh, baby. You want to let your meat rest, for sure. You want all these juices to get back into the middle. You want them to be there when you take that bite. Oh, that's the best thing about it. But I'm starving. I'm ready. I'm gonna cut this sucker up right here, and we're gonna have us a little taste. Just for you guys. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. She's a nice medium rare. Oh, the camera's not doing it justice, but it's beautiful. Mmm. Phenomenal. Right as we get here to the end, what I like to do is put a little bit of my favorite barbecue sauce on them and just brush them so they get a nice glaze on the outside. You don't want to dip them in a bunch of sauce or drown it. You're going to drown out that flavor. I'm talking about just taking this brush, adding a little bit of barbecue sauce to the outside just to glaze these suckers up and give them a little extra flavor. Brush that sucker on there. Oh yeah. Just a little bit. And that, baby, is how you make the best whitetail deer that you're ever gonna have in your life. I promise. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'm gonna put the answers to a couple common questions I think people will have down in the description. I'm probably not gonna answer a lot of questions on this video because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of comments. So, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you really like the video, go down below, hit that red subscribe button, become a ninja, start watching these awesome videos that we have, take part in our giveaways. And if you really like the video, please share it to your friends and family so that they can become ninjas too. Guys, I love you from the bottom of my heart. You got one world with this sucker. Get out there and have fun. Do what you want to do, be what you want to be. Don't let anybody stop you, guys. Love you again. We'll see you in the next one. Oh.